If you're a man in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, and you started to catch yourself saying any of these phrases out loud, I am just getting older. This is what 40 feels like. I just need to push through. I just need some more sleep. I just need to get my diet dialed in. I need you to stop the video right here and pay attention, because what you're calling getting old for a huge percentage of men is treatable hormone deficiency. And every year you spend telling yourself that is another year your muscle loss, brain fog, marital damage, and time you don't get back. So this is not a clinical video. I'm going to give you the signs. I'm going to give you actual language men use to describe them, not medical language, real language. If 3 or more of these sound like you owe yourself a blood panel. And this is just, you know, this is the real things that people deal with. And you need to take these symptoms once you have a blood panel, and take the blood panel plus the symptoms and talk to your patient, or talk to your doctor about that, or one of our doctors at Core. Sign 1, the fatigue. Not the after work tired, the kind that you wake up after 7 hours of sleep and you still feel like you got hit by a truck. Then explain this away by saying they're just getting older. And I get it, I'm 44. There's a lot of miles on this chassis. Are there stress? Or they need a vacation? That they go on vacation and the fatigue is still there on day 3, because the fatigue is not coming from your schedule. It's coming from your hormones. When your body is not producing the testosterone it needs, your mitochondria do not make energy efficient. You cannot sleep. You can sleep 8 hours and wake up tired because the engine is not converting the fuel. Sign number 2, the brain fog. You used to walk into a meeting and run it. Now you walk in and forget the second point you wanted to make. Mid-sentence, in a conversation, you lose the thread. You have to ask what you were saying. Men call this pot calling the kettle black, because I did this myself. I have a lot on my plate, or I'm just busy. I've heard 50 men a year tell me that. Their blood panel comes back, they're at a 280 or below, and the fog clears within 6 weeks into a proper treatment. It's not your schedule, it was your hormones. For me, that was when I tried to start my business, and I realized, and I through a friend, that I had low testosterone. As soon as I got on TRT, coming out of MARSOC and going through all of that, it was like for the first time in my life, the brain fog cleared, and I had a very clear direction of what I wanted to take my business, and it changed everything. Sign number 3, the irritability, the short fuse. Your kid drops a glass and you snap. Your wife asks a normal question and you bark back. Traffic feels personal. Men blame this on stress, on work, on the kids, on the wife, anything externally other than themselves. The actual case in a huge percentage of cases is that low testosterone literally shortens your tolerance for friction. Not because you're a bad husband, because your nervous system is undersupplied. And here's the most part men do not catch. Your wife will see this years before you do. And if she hasn't told you more than once that you are not the same man that she married, that's data. Take it seriously. Sign 4, the one that no one wants to talk about, libido. And the part nobody wants to say out loud is not that you cannot perform, it's that you don't want to anymore. Men who have been married a long time have convinced themselves, oh, this is normal. We've been together a long time. This is not what 15 years of marriage looks like. That's what testosterone of 290 or below looks like. Your wife's not the problem. Your numbers are the problem. Fix the numbers, the man comes back. For me, it was the same way. It was just, I just didn't really care. Everything worked, but I could take it or leave it. That's not normal. That itself is a sign of ED, okay? Sign number 5, you're doing everything. Oh man, this one sucks. You're doing everything right in the gym, showing up, lifting, eating clean, or at least what you think is eating clean, and the body keeps getting softer. So when your testosterone drops, your fat to muscle ratio inverts. The same workout that used to build at 28 does not maintain you at 42 anymore. Not because you're doing it wrong, because the hormone that lets you work out and build something just isn't there. So if you're gaining weight while doing the work, it's not a discipline problem, that's a signaling problem. Sign 6, this one hurt me. When I came off of testosterone, which I didn't have to, I didn't know at the time, this was pre-core, I came off cold turkey, idiot. And I would do a training session, and man, I would be sore for 3 weeks. I swear. I was like, I just could not move. So same for you guys. Like you used to lift Monday and feel fine Tuesday. Now leg day Monday wrecks you until Friday. Recovery is a hormone driven. Okay. And growth hormone, your thyroid, cortisol, when those are out of whack, you do not bounce back. You drag on for days. And it sucks. If a 40-minute workout costs you 3 days of soreness, your hormones are writing checks your body cannot cash. Number 7, motivation, drive. The thing that used to make you wake up at 5 a.m. like you did a line of cocaine and your hair's on fire is gone. Not gone like I need a break, gone like you used to launch projects on instinct and now you cannot make yourself answer an email by Tuesday. Men tell me I don't have that fire anymore. 9 times out of 10, their blood work panel is going to tell us why. Number 8, and this is the deepest one, okay? The apathy. The one where on paper everything is fine, right? Business is good, family is good, money in the bank is good, and you wake up and just don't give a shit. That's not ingratitude. That's not weakness. That's a man whose hardware is failing and your hardware can be fixed. All right. Here's the line, gentlemen. If you have one of those signs and you can trace it to a recent life event, a death in the family, a business stressor, a bad month, that is lifestyle. Address the lifestyle. If you have 3 or more of those signs persistent for more than 90 days, regardless of what's going on in your life, that's no longer a lifestyle. That's clinical, and that deserves a blood panel. Get your blood tested. I have men that sit across from me at Core Medical over various events, married, successful, fit on paper, and they have every one of those 8 signs. They've been telling themselves they were just getting older for the last 5 years. Their testosterone comes back at sub 300, the level of a 70-year-old man. So here's why men never get diagnosed, even when they ask for help. The normal range for testosterone in this country runs 264 to 916 for nanograms per deciliter, depending on what means total test, depending on what lab you pull. That range means a 70-year-old man in hospice and a 28-year-old Marine Raider are both labeled normal. That is a fucking useless range, gentlemen. Optimal is not normal. Optimal for most men in their 30s, 40s who want to feel alive is somewhere between 700 and 1,000. If you're at 350 and your primary care doctor, which is what they're going to say, tells you, oh, you're in range. He's not lying to you. He's using a scale designed to give nobody bad news. When a veteran walks into the VA and they say they have these symptoms, the standard response is 2 things: total testosterone, if you can get him to do it, with a wide reference range, which usually labels him normal, or an antidepressant, this is my story, antidepressant prescription that treats the symptoms and ignore the causes. But a real evaluation looks like this: is total testosterone, free testosterone, sex hormone binding globulin, estradiol, DHT, LH, FSH, prolactin, full thyroid panel, fasting insulin, fasting glucose, lipid panel, CBC, CMP, vitamin D, and a few others. It's a 28-panel blood test you can't miss. We're not looking at one number. We're looking at the whole freaking engine, and we are comparing it to what optimal looks like. It's not what freaking survivability looks like. Treatment is not, here is your shot, see you in 6 months, deuces. Treatment is a protocol. It's a dose. It's a frequency. It's a accompanying medications when needed. Monitoring every few months and adjusting based on how you feel and what the labs show. It is a physician-led. It is real medicine. It is the difference between feeling better and actually being better. So if you've been nodding this whole video, the next step is not another podcast, not another supplement. The next step is a conversation and a blood panel. The link to my blood panel, what I actually do is below. Link to actually talk to somebody at Core Medical is in the description below. It's a physician-led for veterans, high-performing men, businessmen, focused. The evaluation is thorough. The protocol is real. And if you're a veteran, there's also a link to the VA survey in the description. We are building data that goes in front of the VA director to push Core Medical to become a community care provider. Fill that out too, because that data is going to help us prove this point that I'm talking to you about. Either way, you are not just sitting with this anymore. You are doing something about it. I'll just wrap it up right then. So those links are below. You've got my lab link, you've got the sign up link, and you've got the veteran survey link. The ball is in your court. If you have questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll answer each one personally. See you in the next video. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate that. Remember to like it. Remember to drop me a comment. I want to respond to it. I'm actually the one responding to the comments. And if you like this video, you're going to absolutely love this one right here.